Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I forgot about the live today, but I am back with this video. Another video, about the book. Here is the book. Film in 5 seconds. The over 150 great movie moments in moments. So I'll be going through the book afterwards, but before that, I was supposed to make an announcement about my logo design for my channel, but I haven't got around to doing that. But because I've been busy with other things, so I will make an announcement in due course, either on the community tab or on a live. I'm not 100% certain how I'm going to do it, but today's video is all about the film in 5 seconds. I have a quiz that will come with that. What will you do the book review first? I don't know what. Okay, the reason I decided this is the way to do it is because there's a lot of material to edit, and I don't feel the editing process will be necessary for it. I could, but I have to split it into 2 parts. That's the only problem. If I do the book review, then I do the quiz after. So I had to split into 2 parts, which I don't want to do because it's a waste of a video. Or a second video is not necessary. So that's why I did it this way, as a live instead. But I'm not going to keep you here for too long because I have other things to take care of. Because I was finishing my application for a job as a trainee researcher for Whisper TV. It's part of the Paralympic Games, I think, because they were going to broadcast it on there. I think in the next year for Paris 2024. So, yeah. I've been having issues with my sinuses as well. The pollen is quite high at the moment because of the the temperature's starting to get hotter as well. It's not that easy, but I'm trying my hardest to manage it. Yesterday, I think it got a bit worse. I should have stayed in. But at the same time, I needed to go out because I felt like I needed air. But I'm going out later because I have work to go to. And speaking of work, I have been applying for jobs here and there. There are a lot of jobs available during this time. And I have a job as a location marshal in June, mid-June, beginning of June time to mid-June. And I am very happy that I got it. The company I'm working for is not well known to me personally, but I think it's very rewarding to do work for a feature film. I'm not sure what the film's about, but I will have to find out sooner or later. So I'm not going to give too much detail because I want to keep this as tight as possible. Maybe for like half an hour to an hour. I don't want to go on forever, So this book is what I'm reviewing today. As you can tell, there's Darth Vader in a swimming pool with this shark from Jaws. You can see here. Okay, what I enjoy about this book, it's very interactive, and the game is easy to play along, and it's not very wordy. It's just pictures and just icons of the film, and you have to guess what's happening. It's quite awesome. I really enjoy it. I enjoy it more than the other book that I read, but the other book's really good because it had issues based on Black women being portrayed in the media and film and all that. This book is very interactive. They have more of these, I think. I think there's I saw one on Amazon. Sorry, I need to set this up. You can see the book clearly, just so I can show you the book a bit more better. So I really enjoyed this book. You must have a read of it. I don't know how much it costs on Amazon. I got it as a gift, and I read it. I read it like 3 or 4 times, and I never got round to doing a live or doing a review. I never do book reviews. I should, because there are a lot of film books that need to be reviewed. I have like 3 or 4. So I might have to make a review on those books. I have to read before I make a review, actually. But I really enjoyed this book. It's very interactive. I made a quiz on it as well. It's like over 150 great movie moments, which is awesome. It's easy to do. You just have to guess, but don't look at the answers. It's cheating. So I will rate this book 8 out of 10. It's not the best book I've ever read, but I think it will get people involved. And you can play it with your friends and your family. It's that simple, you know. So, and it's taken me a while. I've read this book a few times, but I just never got around to doing a review or anything because I had a lot of content going on as well. And I have been a bit busy in recent times. But I didn't remember to do this live until now, and I realized the time. Okay. So, the authors do have their selection, so I could buy another book and do another quiz, or I could do a part 2. It's very good. I would recommend this book. You could play it along with anyone. Anybody could do this. It's very interactive with the whole family, friends, whoever. They could do it with you. In terms of the next live, I'm going to talk about the next live before the quiz happens. So the next live will be on July the 4th. I will put in the community box. I might have to do a pre-recorded live. So if you can join the live on Insta, because it's not working when I do it on here, and a lot of people don't show up, which is quite difficult for me, you know. Because I have to get people involved, and if they can't be involved, it's going to be difficult for me personally. And it's going to be harder. If I can't get anybody involved, there's no point of me doing it. There was one quiz I have to do, but I had technical difficulties along the way. It's just very challenging for me. I had to go through that. But that's why I'm pausing I'll talk more about the book as well. And how it is a very enjoyable book. It's one of the most enjoyable books I've read, but I can't really compare it to the other book that I've done. Because they're both very different in how they choose to depict stories. But this is not really a storybook. It's more of a game book type thing. It's more interactive. So the coups, I know for sure they need to be live because the next one will be on the 4th of July, as mentioned. And I have to make the arrangements. I will have to put posters everywhere to get people to join, whether I know them or not. On TikTok, I have to advertise for the books, for the Kahoot, I mean. Because doing Kahoots is the only way forward to do live videos. I have to reactivate my subscription for my account because the account that I created, I've been doing a lot of Kahoots, but I am very limited on what I can put. The basic one, I can't do 3 people because I feel my one requires me to get more people involved, which I'm going to try and do during the coming times and all that. But I'm very sure it'll be on Instagram. I feel like that's the way to do it, is to do it on Instagram. So that no one, I could just log into my account, put the pin up, and get everyone involved. Because that's the only way I could do it right now. And that's the only way I could think of. Someone told me that a year ago when I had issues. I had technical issues with my previous one of the Kahoot quizzes, but I'm doing it in August again, which is it's almost a year later after. But I'll talk about that another time. So the authors, I didn't mention the authors of the book, Matteo Shivashi and Gianmarco Milesi. But you can, the authors' names are here. And they've done a book called Life in 5 Seconds, which is basically similar to this. According to the website on Amazon, when I checked for this book, they had a similar version. They also did a part 2 of this, I think. They've done another edition of this book. But it's film related as well, so. And basically, it tells you what it's about at the back. There's a lot of films there that people should know. Or should know, or heard of at least, if you haven't seen them. It's mostly films that are well known and that are classics, cinematic classics for many generations to come. I think that's why they're doing more of these. I need to buy another one of those because it might help us. I don't know if they're doing TV, but I might have to think about doing a TV version of this quiz, or do a part 2 from this book, or do the part 2 from another book. So it's very, very enticing. I'm going to open page 5 for details. So here it says the show must be short. So they keep everything snappy. You can see it's all about keeping things snappy and that. And you can use your phone to unlock animations from the images. There's an app called Quizeye.com. Or you can go to the App Store to get it, obviously, like Google Play, or I tried to get the app to see the animations, but unfortunately the phone that I was using at the time didn't work. But I haven't tried it now. That was that's around, I can't remember, I think it's January or so, before I upgraded to my other phone, the Oppo A54. I had the Samsung A23. It wasn't compatible with the device. But it's here. Let's look. Okay, can you see? Okay, no. That's how it works. That's the the Quirkus Eye, I beg your pardon. I said it wrong. The Quirkus Eye app. So it's here. That's how they do it. So you need to get the app. But I will show you the app another time if you want me to do that. You just need to let me know. But I have a feeling you wouldn't. So you may forget. But I could remind myself to make the video. Let's see what's at the back. Yeah. They're based in Victoria Embankment, which is in London. It's like around central London area. And that's where Channel 4 is. You know, when I said my interview for Channel 4, I went to Victoria. But I got off at another station, which was after, I think, on Victoria line. I'm not very good with trains. If you live in London, you should know what I'm talking about. The Victoria line. I took it from Finsbury Park to Pimlico. But I don't know if it's before or after. That's from the station I'm talking about. But it's the Victoria line from Walthamstow Central to Brixton. But I had to get on from Finsbury Park, to Pimlico. But Victoria was more closer, actually, if you think about where the building, the roads of Channel 4 Studios is. But I know most people won't know what I'm talking about. But at Pimlico, we had to walk a bit further from the Home Office because that's where they do the National Office of Statistics. That's the one. I'm getting confused with another building. And London has so many buildings, I get confused. I live in the city and I get confused very much often. Very much often. But when it's 20 minutes, I will do the quiz with you. Then we end the video from there. I was late to live, obviously, as I mentioned, because I had to do the job form and all that. And I do have to go to work after because people need to earn money. I forgot to mention one thing. The driving. I'm looking for another instructor now because I'm trying to be more proactive, like trying to train myself, add more skills to my own. I do enjoy adding more skills to things, like jobs, because jobs require you to be more skillful. They mostly care about your career. They don't give a damn about your education. They could, but it's not really necessary. It's not going to help you. Even if you have a university degree and you got a top grade like I did. I still struggle to find work, but I managed to gain work experience with a very good company. But the company wasn't as diverse as I wanted it to be. I just seen one of each color, or couple of each color, a couple people, employees of that. They're mostly based in London and Plymouth. Plymouth's very white, so I guess that's why the company was very white that I'm working for. And it's not easy working for a company that was very white. I did it for like a week. It was pretty hard. And there was 4 of us that we were just there for work experience. Me and the other girl was based in London. The girl and the boy were based over in Plymouth. And I was the only person that wasn't white in the job. It was very hard. But the runner was black, like me, so the office runner that was working, she only was there for 2 weeks. She was black like myself, so now the best part about it was the connection that I made with the other lady that was there. She was black like myself. I think she worked for another department. She worked in Twofold, but there was another department called Creative Access. Creative Access have so many jobs out there. you could check them out. It's only for those of ethnic minorities that could go to them. The runner recommended me to see her, and we both spoke for like a while or so. We spoke for like 15, 20 minutes. Then she added me to a group chat for those that are black industry professionals, basically. Those that are starting out and those that are very experienced or looking to gain more experience or be promoted upwards to other roles that are junior level, or they go from entry level to junior level. Then I think mid level and senior level. I think film industry is just basically a hierarchy. But I got a job as a location marshal, which is an entry level job. It's basically a runner that's on set, but they're mostly based in location rather than just out there driving. You have to still drive. That's why partly why I took up driving lessons. You have to learn how to drive. I found it hard at first, and I did have an instructor that was very demanding. There was times where I struggled under him, and I felt like he was always pressuring me to be more consistent. But there's times where he's always telling me off or being harsh with me because I didn't do what he wanted me to do. But I try to learn from my mistakes, even though it's hard to always have someone berate, just say, be negative towards you. He wasn't berating, but he was being negative. And we couldn't do the lesson together for like a few weeks. I contacted him because my uncle advised me that I should do that because it keeps me interested. I just wanted to know what was happening. But he's sort of disrespects me again. It was very hard to take, but I need to set this up right now. So the quiz, I was supposed to do quiz 20 that few minutes ago, but it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna hide the stream. No, don't do that. I'm gonna show myself and set up the PowerPoint, the quiz. So I need to put on slideshow. Oh dear, oh dear. Wait a second. Okay, it's supposed to be on a new window. Sorry, I was supposed to put on a new window. The Wi-Fi is a bit slow right now, but I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying to keep you all entertained. It's not that simple, but I'm trying. I'm very excited to do this quiz with you. Didn't take me that long to do it anyway. It took me a few hours, as far as I remember, but it was a fun quiz. You will enjoy it, I promise you. It doesn't matter if you don't get it right. Some of it's easy, some of it's hard. So I'm just starting it up now. So I'm gonna hide myself because So let me check to make sure before I close things. Yep, that's the end of the quiz. I've done all the questions. So this is the video. I know it's very short in terms of lives, but I hope you really enjoy. And if you like this video and you really like this book, please like, share, subscribe, and you will never miss any videos like this. And I hope to see you in a Kahoot video. Bye.